Hi everyone, I just got back to my hotel room. I'm in Milan, Italy. I'm actually here for Fashion Week, but actually to visit friends that happen to be in like the fashion industry. So I figured, it's been a long day. I did a makeup trial, that's why I have so much glam on today. And I figured, I'd do a little skincare routine, nighttime skincare routine with you guys and just catch up. First off, it has been a really humid day and I'm impressed by this makeup look because it really held up considering, I sent Ivana, the makeup artist, a little update on how the makeup was today. And we just kind of decided that I need to wear maybe more powder than usual. You guys know I like a glowy look, but when it's humid, being super glowy, it's not the look because then all the makeup starts getting into all your pores. It just kind of shows everything, right? Otherwise, the makeup really held up. If you take a look, I had some mystery water drop on me from a building and it took off a little part of my eyebrow, but other than that, it held up really well. Now we're gonna take it off. It's like 11 p.m. I'm so ready to go to sleep. All right, of course, we have a first cleanse happening. This is from Dew. This is my friend Charlotte's brand. She's the co-founder of this brand. This is their ethereal facial cleansing oil. I think I've already put this in an Instagram skincare routine. It feels really good. I like it so far. I have been traveling with it because I've seen comments from people saying that it's kind of small, but honestly, it's about the same amount of cleansing balm that you get in a jar. So it's just, I think the look, right? Like sometimes you got to really judge a product more so by the actual amount that's in there and not by the look of the packaging. Because a lot of the time packaging, it's fake, right? Like it kind of tricks your mind into thinking there might be more, but the product tells you on the outside how much is in the actual, how much of the formula is actually in there. Anyway, so I ended up in Milan because over the summer, I became really good friends with a guy named Federico. He's obviously Italian. And we were both in Ibiza with this mutual friend and we met on her birthday boat, basically. And we just hit it off. He's a stylist. He's great. He's gay. Not somebody who's a potential love interest, so don't think like that, guys. And we just started traveling together this summer and have had such a good time doing that. He's brought friends, I've brought friends. We've gone to Sardinia together, we've gone to Mykonos together, and now I'm in Milan. And I think he's gonna come visit me in Miami. He's just become one of my besties, instant besties, and it's been just a really, really good time. So he said, come out for Fashion Week and we'll go to the parties and hit some shows and all that stuff, and that's what we're gonna do. So we've been trying on clothing and shopping and doing all that. And then tomorrow officially starts Fashion Week. So we'll go to a couple of shows. There were a few shows I wanted to go to, but it's near impossible to get a taxi here in Milan this week. I hear it's kind of like this in general, taxi or Uber. And so we've been kind of you know what, we're not going to make it to all of the shows if we try to be too ambitious. So we're just going to go to a couple of shows and really go to events. I don't know if you guys know this about Fashion Week anywhere. Sometimes to me, the most fun is going to events for Fashion Week. I used to go to Fashion Week in New York City all the time because I was a beauty editor. And it was really cool at first to go to fashion shows, but then eventually you start to realize it's really the parties and hanging out with everybody that comes into town and stuff that makes it super fun. I'm going to add some water to this. Let's emulsify it. So emulsify it. Then you rinse it completely off. So I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. All right. I got to do this really quick. I didn't take all my eye makeup off, but I had on a lot. It was full glam. I'm going in with Naturium Cleansing Gelée 3%. This is a travel size. You can get it at Target. It's really great to have with you because it lasts a long time in my opinion. So I'm going to go in with this. It's starting to drip, so I'm just going to turn the camera off and I'll be right back. Okay, my face is clean. It doesn't feel tight. And I'm going to exfoliate because I am just 4 days away from starting my period. And this is the time of the month where I do get some breakouts. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my breakouts are more clogged pores that I get. It's bumpy. I can feel the texture. So I'm going to go in with this from First Aid Beauty. It's actually their ingrown hair pads, but these are just exfoliating pads. They're just like any of the other exfoliating pads that you can get, the Dr. Dennis Gross ones. They have a mix of BHA and AHAs in it. So it's great. I love BHA, which is salicylic acid. I love that to exfoliate my clogged pores. That's truly when I pull out salicylic acid. So I'm just going to gently go in with this. It's a wipe. This is, by the way, one of the reasons why I don't love people to remove their makeup with wipes is because you see that this is a wipe that is meant to deposit ingredients on my skin. Another kind of wipe would be doing the same thing if I'm trying to cleanse my skin while it's depositing. I don't know. It's just a strange concept to me because these are pads to put ingredients onto my skin, right? So it's just something to think about. It's a little bit of a bumpy side and then there's a smooth side. So you can kind of use the bumpy side if you're gentle. So I'll kind of get in here into the crevices and then anywhere I have that texture, which is right here on the sides of my cheek. So I'm just going to do this, do a little exfoliation before I go in with the rest of my products. You can already see these pads, it's adding a little bit of hydration, but also exfoliating. You just get quick glow. I feel like my skin already looks different and better. But anyway, these are meant to be used, you know, where you get ingrown hairs, which to me is like down there, maybe underarms, that kind of area, but they're safe to use. Totally fine to use on your face. Next, I finally get to show it to you guys. It's the Naturium Multi-Bright Milky Toner. This stuff is great. It hydrates your skin. It has all these really nice humectants in it. It also has an azelaic acid derivative, so it's brightening your skin. It has this complex that has really gentle exfoliants in it, and then it also has licorice root, and it feels really good. Any skin type can use it. It's funny, there was like this debate online whether milky toners should be used more like in the moisturizer step, and my answer for ours was no. For us, the whole concept is that your skin will absorb your ingredients and your products a lot better if your skin is damp and hydrated. So that's what this milky toner is doing at like the base of it, the core of it. And then it has these other really nice ingredients like the azelaic acid derivative that can help with any kind of surface redness, any clogged pores, and then all that exfoliation, right? Like it helps with brightening your skin tone and evening your skin tone. So it's really nice to have this type of hydration. And you can see, this is why I say like thinnest to thickest. This is like a liquid texture. So of course you're going to put it on after you cleanse or exfoliate your skin. And I'm going in with another layer of it, and it's totally fine. I'm going to go in with my next step, which is a serum step. Look at that, hydrated. Whenever you hydrate, it changes your skin look. I feel like I look more youthful and plump and dewy. Going in with one of my holy grails from my brand Naturium, this is our multi-peptide advanced serum. It has encapsulated copper peptides, it has arginine amplified, which is another form of peptide, hydrolyzed collagen to help lift and hydrate your skin. There's also ferulic acid, and we encapsulated it so that it kind of stays more stable, right? Not kind of, it stays more stable. I love using this. I use it morning and night, just like the milky toner. It is one of my favorite products. I know I'm not supposed to have favorite children, but this one is absolutely up there. Next, I'm going in with this. I know it looks a little bit beat up, but it's just because it's been in my travel cosmetic bag, but this is from my friend Amy Peterson. She's an esthetician in Miami. She's got a company called Skincare by Amy Peterson. She also has her own skincare line now. This is a little combination, a little prescription combination. It's a compound of hydroquinone and tretinoin and a bunch of other ingredients. So I'm going in with this. You guys know that I don't really love using tretinoin on my face because I'm so sensitive, but because it has that hydroquinone, I really want to put it to use. So I'm just avoiding this area because that's where tretinoin really messes me up and gives me perioral dermatitis. But I love it for my melasma because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted that I did like a CO2 laser. It's like laser resurfacing. I did it mostly around my eyes, and then I did Fraxel, but like a really light version of Fraxel. It's hard to explain it without the dermatologist explaining it. I just had that done a couple of weeks ago. My skin's been looking really good since then. I want to make sure that it remains looking good, you know, especially with all the travel and everything. So instead of going in with just a regular retinol, I'm going in with this little combination. I'm putting it here too. I'm not that sensitive in my eye area, not like I am here. I'm gonna put it on my neck, even though I don't need hydroquinone there because it does have the tretinoin in it. And obviously I'll bring it down. There's my retinoid. Next up, going in with this moisturizer from my brand Naturium. This is our multi-peptide moisturizer. This is actually a more medium weight moisturizer. Usually I'd use something very thick, but I told you it's humid here and I don't want my skin to break out more because I feel like this humidity is causing my skin to freak out a little bit, which is crazy to say because, you know, I live in Miami, but in Miami, my skincare routine and my makeup is a little bit lighter. And I got here and it wasn't humid when I first got here the last couple of days. It was like perfect, beautiful weather. And then it started raining so much and it got so humid. And so my skin's reacting to that sudden change and having so much makeup on, like that glam. And then obviously because I'm about to start my period. So those hormones, like right before I'm going to start my period, it gets crazy. So going in with just a lighter moisturizer, but I am going to use something a little bit thicker around my eyes. But you know what I was just thinking when I went to go grab my eye cream? It looks beat up because it's just been sitting in my travel bag and I think something spilled in there, whatever. This is from Alloy. It's one of those websites where you can speak to a dermatologist or dermatology team and then they'll give you prescriptions. This is Al-Estriol 1%, and it's meant to be used around your eye area, and I've really been enjoying the consistency of it, so I'm gonna go in with that. Anyway, but you guys are probably wondering, did I just do a full-on like exfoliant and then a tretinoin combo? And yes, I did. I call that a power move, and my skin can handle it. I know how to watch my skin and see how it's tolerating things, and I'm not really that sensitive to exfoliants, not like I am to tretinoin, and I know like I just put tretinoin on, but it's because I'm going to just use the tretinoin sporadically through the week and can switch off with regular retinol. But when it comes to an exfoliant, I can exfoliate almost every single day. My skin can tolerate it. But if you can actually exfoliate and then use a retinoid in one routine, it's a power move. If your skin doesn't have a bad reaction, meaning it doesn't get irritated by that, that's just gonna help your retinoid work a little bit harder. I always go with the excess. I just put it around the top of my lips. Your lips are skin too. I keep saying that to people lately and they're like, noted. I should be putting some of these hydrating and moisturizing products on my lips. And then last, a little lip balm, because I can't go to sleep without some lip balm on. I haven't brushed my teeth, so I'm not like squeezing out a lot. It's just like enough to moisturize my lips for now. And then I'll probably glob it on later before I go to bed. Anyway, that was my routine. I'm in Milan. I told you about Fede. You know what's funny also, if you do follow me on Instagram, I think a lot of people have been saying you're only hanging out with like influencers and models and stuff. And I think that sometimes people forget that my job, because I have a brand, is to kind of hang out with influencers because you're trying to show them your products and everything. And you see me post with them because they're used to being posted on social media because it's their job, right? Whereas like you don't see my mom friends or anything on my social media, like very rarely, just like you very rarely see my kids. And that's partially because my mom friends are associated with my kids, and then they're not as careful with their social media. So they post, you know, where their kids are playing soccer, where they're going to school, which in turn is where my kids are doing those things. So I don't really post my mom friends and people in my like everyday life as much on social media because I don't want, you know, like people just like figuring out whether they're just being nosy or maybe there are some weirdos out there, right? I don't want people putting together like my daily life, right? Just thought that'd be an interesting tidbit for anybody that follows me on Instagram. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired and I love you guys. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna do a little video about my my CO2 and Fraxel experience because I think the results are amazing. I've been so pumped about my skin lately because of the results of that. So I just look maybe a little bit tired, but I've been glowing. I've been feeling real happy about it. Talk to you guys soon.